in Manchester. We are off to Hamburg for the Christmas holidays. Yeah, very excited. So we're through security now. We've had a bit of a palaver. Online it said with Eurowings check-in was 3 hours before, but apparently it's only 2. I feel sorry for another lady that was also waiting because she'd paid a lot of money for lounge access, and obviously because of how slow they were and how, yeah, they were dawdling a bit, well, a lot. Obviously it's cut massively into a time. Then security, although to be fair, security was moving quite well, but yeah, it probably makes her lounge access not really worth it. We were going to try, but there's just no point now. So I'm not sure what our next move is. Maybe have a little light bite to eat before finding our gate, but the flight has been delayed slightly, but not a lot, so we'll see what happens. So we've stopped off at the Bridgewater Exchange for some food before our flight, so hopefully that comes quickly as we don't actually have that long. We have landed, collected our luggage, and now we're working our way through the airport to the S-Bahn, which is a train that goes straight to the city centre, and then we've got a short walk to the hotel. I will record how you purchase the tickets, and so far it seems pretty straightforward. Off the S-Bahn, and we are now trying to find our hotel, just wandering these lovely night streets. So we're here in our hotel room, trying to settle in for the night and hopefully getting up and doing a park run in the morning. So it's 8:30 in the morning. We're about to start our little run to go find the local park run here in Hamburg. Let's go! So we've had breakfast and now we're just having a wander around the streets of Hamburg. We're hoping to do a bit of wonderful sightseeing, but actually you can probably tell behind me there's a lot of fog that's rolled in, so the views aren't popping like they should, but it's not going to dull our day. So we've just crossed a cute little bridge and we have found a really sweet little patisserie. So we're about to stop off for a nice drink and some treats. Absolutely gorgeous, and they've got ice cream. And the cake selection looks amazing. Spoiled for choice, really are. So we've just finished at the Patisserie Johanna. It was a little diamond that we found. Absolutely lovely food, beautifully decorated and lovely atmosphere. Yeah, highly recommend going there if you're around. In fact, we might even come back ourselves. So we've just got to one of the Christmas markets here in Hamburg, and it is very busy. I've only been able to start recording this bit because there's actually a little bit of elbow room, but further down it was packed in like sardines, but it absolutely looks lovely and very Christmassy. Stopped off at Curry. I'm going to try my very first curry whoppers. We're only picking a bit now because we're still full from the patisserie earlier. We've had a really good walk around the Christmas markets though, and they're extensive. There's a lot going on. But the lights are fantastic, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, right, first ever bite. Let's see if I'll eat it. All good. So we've just finished with our sausages. Apparently it was a bit spicier than they usually are, so although I did eat it, might not be one I'd go for again at that place because apparently they're not normally quite that much of a kick. We've decided we're going to head to a supermarket now and stock up on snacks ready for the hotel room, and then we're going to stick a Christmas film on and have a snuggle early night because, to be fair, didn't get in till God midnight, and then I was up early for park run, so I'm actually quite tired now. We've been on our feet all day because we've been walking around all the markets and stuff, so yeah, but I mean, it's gorgeous. You can see from the lights behind me, it's so pretty. way to the supermarket, we did a little detour down one of the other streets, not really thinking much of it other than to see a few lights. And as we reached the end of the street, we could hear all this music, and there was actually a Christmas parade going on. So we decided to stand and watch that for a few minutes and get some videos. It was so cool! Proper Christmas mood now. So we've just got back to the hotel from the shops, and look at our hauls. And we had to go obviously and get black tea because, you know, we drink a lot of tea. But yes, it's a case of shower, get into something comfortable, put a Christmas film on, and just chill the rest of the night and plan tomorrow. So we're up and dressed for our second day in Hamburg. We're just going to drop our stuff at reception because we decided to upgrade rooms as our bed was tiny and the other half is struggling to sleep. So once we've dropped our stuff off and technically checked out of that room, we can then go off for breakfast. We found somewhere to go eat this morning and then check back in at the bigger room. So we've stopped off at Cafe. It's a little French cafe here in Hamburg. Going for the American pancakes, and the other half's going for good morning. Yeah, let's see how well they do. So we've had our breakfast and now we're wandering another Christmas market and the streets of Hamburg. Breakfast was good quality. It was nice food, it really was, but there wasn't a lot of it. We still feel like hungry. Like it felt like an afternoon snack as opposed to an actual meal. But you know,
on the continent.
At least we're here and we are enjoying the sights. So, and it just means more room for more treats later. So we've just come across this little stall selling these like mini donuts. So we thought we'd give them a try. There's a stall behind me. Hopefully they're nice. Turn it around like that. Got one with lots of sugar. Yeah. This is a bit random, but I'm trying to think of when I've ever seen an actual shop dedicated to umbrellas. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. So we've had a little walk around, about to go to a cafe for a little break before wandering on. It's a very cold day today, but there's less fog, so it means we can actually appreciate some of the views a bit better today. But yeah. Managed to get a seat. There was a couple left at the bar and then this one table. So we've just ordered a couple of cakes and some hot chocolates and cream. The presentation again is absolutely lovely, so hopefully they taste as good as they look. So as you know, we went to Condi Caf. Lovely, lovely caf, lovely food. To use the toilets though, it's part of the hotel, which is connected to it. It's probably one of the most fanciest bathrooms I've ever seen. It's absolutely gorgeous in here. So I'm just going to quickly show you around. So here is obviously your sink basins. You've got a really cool glittery leopard. But I mean, look at this. Right, so this is the actual toilet itself. So cool. And then when you come here, you've got this lovely little area. And then the reception I'll show you in a second as well, because I mean that's awesome. So this is the reception area. Look at this. So that's the hotel. How amazing does this all look? So we've just finished in the caf and we've had a walk to the underground, getting a train and a bus to a repurposed bunker in Hamburg, which is now shops, a cafe and a bar, etc. So we thought that would be pretty cool to go see. So we've just purchased an all-day ticket, and I will give you a quick show of how that looks on the system. Got a day ticket to 1560. We've just got off the bus and we've just got to the bunker. Just trying to find the entrance now to go inside and have a look around. Don't think we're going to be here that long. Doesn't look like there's that much to do, but still pretty cool to see. Right, so we are officially inside one of the old original war bunkers. Yeah, quite eerie. We're just about to go up to the caf. I think there might be a viewing platform as well, so we'll see. Wasn't actually the bunker we thought we were going to. Did still have a cafe and a viewing deck, but it wasn't the main one that we'd seen online. And unfortunately, from where we were, it was going to take another hour or so back to it, so we decided we're going to do that another day. On the way back to city centre, we've got a little bit further to go view somewhere else. What was it called again?
The Old Hill. Yeah, Philharmonic.
Yeah, can't pronounce it. Sorry, I'll put it in the caption what it is. We went the wrong way on the bus, and as you can see behind me, we are around the corner from Reeperbahn, which is like their red light district. So we thought, sod it, we'll have a wander through, see what it's like. Obviously I won't be able to record or take any pictures, obviously, but while we're on the outskirts, just about to turn into it, I thought I'd do a quick video update. We are hoping then to get back on a bus to where we were supposed to be heading, but it's going to be interesting. So we've come away from the red light district now for a bit. It's actually quite quiet at the moment. So we've made that next stop, which is the Hamburg Concert Hall. Like I said, I'll put the name in the caption because I cannot pronounce it and I don't want to butcher it too hard. But yeah, so we're going to get some pictures and have a wander around. Then maybe go find something to eat. And maybe you can go back to the red light district when it's livened up a bit. We will see. Had a little walk to the pizzeria down the road, and it looks really good, so I'm excited to eat this. So we finished off our pizzas. The pizzas were delicious. We were going to head back down to the infamous street in the red light district, but it turns out women are banned. We didn't realise this when I walked down originally. So yeah, we won't be going back down there, unfortunately. So we decided to just have a little wander back to the hotel and have another early night until tomorrow. So we're up and dressed for our next full day in Hamburg. About to go to the shopping mall, have a nosy round and grab some breakfast. So we've just stopped off at My Bread in the Europa Passage shopping centre. Got myself a nice hot chocolate and Korean fried chicken with basically an egg toasty with cheese. It looks so good, hot chocolate. So yeah, I'll dig in and hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. It looks really good. Over to the ticket booth and select English, and I'm going to buy 2 day passes, €15.60, and then tap the card. So yesterday we took a trip out to the concert hall. Got some great shots from the viewing platform over the Little, really pretty, but we were so close to it that I couldn't really get a good picture of the exterior, so we've travelled back out this morning to get a few pictures of it, because it's designed with like waves and stuff in mind, so I thought to get a better picture we'll come out here. So we've just managed to get to one of the viewpoints. Not sure how much better we can get, but I'll have a little wander so I can get some more pictures. But there we go, there it is in all its glory. Next stop, we're off to the planetarium, which worryingly says it's closed today, but we've actually bought tickets to a show, so fingers crossed. We've just stopped off at Bal's Cafe, cake and a cup of tea, and for me a Coke, and then we're going to head on towards the planetarium, ready for our viewing time, which I think is at 2:45, although you have to be there a bit early. So looking forward to this. Planetarium. It was a really cool 3D show about how the Earth was created and everything we know, or at least everything that we theorise has happened. Finished up, now we're just walking towards the trains to go back to the hotel for a little bit, have a few snacks and found somewhere to eat later. there is a light display place that we are considering tonight as well. So looks like it'll be good. We're looking at going to a Hamburg place tonight, as that's actually where what the place is famous for. So, but we'll do a bit of recon once we get back to the hotel of where to go, and then I can show you guys. So we've come to a burger place called Burgerlich. Just going to order some food now and see how we feel about going out later. So we have finished up at the burger place. The burgers are very average, service was a bit slow, it was quite busy. The milkshakes are very nice, so if we went back it'd be for the milkshake, but certainly not the burger. We've jumped on the underground and we're about to go do a magical light garden show. So just sorting tickets out now so we can go and have a walk around the Christmas lights. Good morning, and we're up for another full day in Hamburg. We are just about to head out for some breakfast at a local cafe, and then we're going to just wander the streets, more photo opportunities. There's a church spire that I'd like to go see, and we've got and there's a chocolate museum that we've also got reservations for this evening, which is pretty cool. So we've stopped off at Cafe every day, hoping to get some pancakes with Nutella, while the other half is going to get an English breakfast.
Can we get this?
So, good start to the morning. So we've finished breakfast and gone for a walk to Hamburg's tallest steeple. And all the ruins, so let's have a look around. This place is definitely worth a detour. It is so pretty and there's lots of monuments about to look at. The viewing platform for the spire is closed today, so we shan't be doing that, but we're going to go out the front of it now to see if we can get any more pictures. But yeah, normally it's €7 to go up, but shame it's closed, but it's still a gorgeous sight to come and see. So when it was first built, it was actually the highest steeple in the world, which was in 1874. Gorgeous, gorgeous building. Unfortunately, it was bombed during the war. They've left it standing as is, as a reminder of what happened during the war. Just sealing off certain areas just to keep it safe. But look how tall it is. 147 metres. So we had a wander to a viewpoint down the river. However, the river is currently a trickle, and there's a lot of mud, sediment. It's a bit smelly, so that was unfortunately a bit of a letdown on that front. We're walking back into the main city centre now. There's a few picture opportunities I still want to do. We did have a pit stop in one of the fancy camera shops because we still want new lenses for our trip next year. So we had a quick look around there. Obviously not cheap. So yeah, heading back into the city centre now. So we have stopped off in the mall upstairs in the food court for something to eat, because we won't be having a big meal later because we're doing the chocolate museum tour. So we're planning to eat lots of chocolate and sweets later. So this is like our meal day, and it looks good. So we have just come back out. Time for our chocolate tour, which is at 5 o'clock. Just heading there now. Morning, and it is Christmas Eve today. We are dressed and ready to go out, going to the Espresso House for breakfast and get a nice hot chocolate and bacon and egg muffin. I think that's the plan. And then we'll see what the day brings. We think we might go to that bunker that we were supposed to go to earlier on in the week that turned out to be the wrong one. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to visit that today instead. So, change of plan. We were heading to the Express House for breakfast as we'd already seen what we wanted to eat, but when we got there it was a smaller chain, so they didn't actually have that menu. We've ended up coming back to My Bread where we came the other day for breakfast because we already knew we loved the food, it was good size. So yeah, we've come back here. So we just stopped off at a little church behind the courthouse, and now we've just arrived at the repurposed bunker, and it's definitely a lot more impressive than the first one we accidentally went to. So I'm going to show it you now. So inside the bunker, it was made within the year during World War II, and it was mainly made by using forced workers. The walls lining it are about 1 metre thick. They did try and blow one up after the war, but unfortunately it barely moved at all, so hence why they decided not to bother with this one and just repurpose it with cafes and restaurants, and I think it's hotels and all sorts on site. So we're actually just about to go into one of the coffee shops up here now. So we've just got to the top viewing point of the bunker, and it is very impressive. It's also very, very windy and cold. I'm just going to turn the camera around now. So we've just walked back from the bunkers into the town, and we're hoping to stop off for some ice cream at this place behind me. There's currently no ice cream on display though, so we're hoping they've got some available for us. Find out. So yeah, unfortunately they're not doing ice cream, although we could have sworn we'd seen ice cream on display this morning when we walked past. It is no longer there, and they're not serving, so we're off to find another ice cream shop. So the ice cream hunt didn't go as planned. It turns out on Christmas Eve everywhere seems to shut about 2 o'clock. So we've come back to the hotel. It does look like there's a lot of food that can be delivered, luckily. But yeah, we weren't expecting everything to shut down, including the markets. I still don't know if the main market's even open or not, but all the other ones are shut. So So with everything shutting early today, we've just ordered a Domino's for tea back at the hotel, watching some telly and chilling for the rest of the evening. So today's vlog will end here. So it's Christmas morning and we've had to come straight out. Got up a bit late so we couldn't have breakfast. We've got a booking for Miniature World, but we've also got the VR headset experience. Because of the time that's booked in for, we've got to leave now. So we are on our way. It's one of the only things that's open on Christmas Day, as you can imagine. I will show you what it's like once we're there. So we have just got to the Miniature World building and there's quite a few people in front of us, so I'm assuming it's going to be a very busy morning. But then I suppose if there's not much else going on or open, I can see the appeal of coming here today. So let's see what it's about. As you can see, it is very busy here today. We've got the VR headset excursion now, so we are heading down to that, and then we can carry on looking around the actual Miniature Wonderland afterwards. We've had a sneak peek at some of the bits, but it's actually quite extensive. So we finished our VR experience. We went to pick up the headset. We actually thought it was like the MetaQuest headset. Turns out no, we bought the more immersive experience. So we went into another room and it was almost like a suit of armour we actually put on, which was pretty funny. So there was tags on our feet, our hands, a big body vest and a huge headset with headphones and everything. The actual experience itself was so much fun, a bit freaky at times. There was a few squeals from me, but definitely worth doing. We've come to the cafe here at Miniature World because obviously we can have breakfast, so we're eating now, although it is almost midday anyway. And then we can carry on actually looking around Miniature World itself. Ice cream time! As you can see, the detail in this building, in what everybody's doing, there's lights, movements, it's so well done. I can see why a lot of people come here. Definitely to do if you're in Hamburg, it really is. One of the things that makes this place so much fun is they actually have day and night cycles. So obviously during the day people are doing different things, and then as it goes dark in the room all different lights come on and it just brings a completely different vibe to the area. It's so cool. So we finished at Münchland, went back to the hotel briefly, and now we're out for steak for tea. So we've just finished our steaks, which we had for Christmas tea. I actually had mine rare for a change, and it was lovely. Now we're having our last nighttime wander through the city while it's all lit up. We actually head back to the UK tomorrow, so this is our last chance to see any of the lights that are about. So, and then we'll go back, have an early night. Yeah, and back tomorrow. So it's our last morning here in Hamburg. We've had a little bit of a lie-in. I'm going to go out for breakfast, probably to my bread again, because, well, the food's amazing and it's actually a decent amount for the money. A little wander back through the docks, I think, because the sky's clearer today, so we should get some better pictures. That first day, the fog was so thick you couldn't really see that much. But other than that, very chill one to the airport. I'm back home. So we're here again at my bread. Clearly our favourite breakfast place here in Hamburg. We found a stall open that does crepes. Now we're just back here. We were actually here a few days ago, but I didn't really vlog much at the time. But this is actually where the headquarters of the secret state police were done from the Nazi party. And what's really creepy is, all these corridors obviously interlink, but this one in particular is where they would take away the prisoners down into the cells. That is the corridor they would have marched them down to torture them basically into admitting to something they did or didn't do just to stop it. But it's crazy that this is actually where the secret state police were formed. This was their headquarters. Absolutely crazy. Last little walk through the warehouse district before jumping on a train back to the airport. We've been very lucky with the weather though, even though it's very cold. It hasn't rained, so we're lucky on that front. So we're back at the train station. We have got our tickets. And now we're just waiting for the train back to the airport. It's due in 2 minutes. So we are here back at Hamburg Airport, about to drop the suitcase off, and yeah, not sure what's happening this side yet. Might try find a lounge, might not. All depends on time and if they've got space, really. Yeah, this is like the end of the vlog now. Until next time. Bye Hamburg, it was a pleasure.